They lied to us. The very fabric of our energy history is woven with deceit. Picture this: a world where energy is abundant, free, and infinite. A utopia smothered by a veil of secrecy. The mainstream narrative wants you to believe that such ideas were mere fantasies of eccentrics. But the truth is far more sinister. Deep within the vaults of forgotten libraries and hidden archives lie patents that defy the laws of physics as we know them. These are not the dreams of madmen. They are the blueprints for a revolution in energy, buried by those who stand to lose the most. This is not just a conspiracy, it's a betrayal. A betrayal by those whose power hinges on scarcity, and who would rather bury the infinite than share it. The question is not whether infinite energy exists, but who stole it from us. Behold the proof they didn't want you to find: Nikola Tesla's lost patent for a world wireless system. Imagine a device harnessing the Earth's natural frequencies to transmit unlimited energy across the globe. Tesla's notes, discovered in a dusty attic in Colorado Springs, describe an enigmatic tower capable of drawing power from the ionosphere, a feat deemed impossible by the establishment. Yet, these documents were quietly shuffled away into obscurity, their implications too dangerous for the power brokers of the early 20th century. Who orchestrated this silent burial? The same shadowy consortium that has always kept humanity shackled to fossil fuels and scarcity. They fear the day when every person could tap into the universe's boundless energy, free of charge and free of control. Tesla's vision wasn't a dream, it was a threat. Unearthed from the sands of time, we encounter John Worrell Keely, a forgotten pioneer of the 19th century. Keely claimed to have unlocked the secrets of etheric force, a vibratory energy that could propel machinery without fuel. His laboratory was an alchemist's dream, filled with humming machines and vibrating resonators. Witnesses testified to the miraculous demonstrations of levitating objects and self-sustaining engines. However, Keely's work was derided as trickery by the scientific elite. His inventions disappeared after his mysterious death in 1898, and his laboratory was dismantled piece by piece. Who orchestrated the dismantling? The same institutions that labeled him a fraud, ensuring the etheric force remained a tantalizing ghost story rather than a reality. Keely's legacy is not one of failure, but of fear of a world without the need for their control. Cross the Atlantic, and we find the enigmatic Victor Schauberger in the Austrian Alps. A forester by trade, Schauberger's unorthodox studies of water and vortex energies led to inventions that defied explanation. His implosion technology, which mimicked natural water movements, promised a future of endless energy. Machines that could power cities and revolutionize transportation were within reach. Yet, as his work drew the attention of the Nazis during World War I, Schauberger's patents were seized, and his research commandeered by the military-industrial complex. After the war, his inventions vanished and Schauberger was silenced, his ideas dismissed as fantasies by mainstream science. The truth is that Schauberger's discoveries threatened the very foundations of energy reliance. The establishment feared the power of nature harnessed by man, free from their grasp. The final piece of this enigmatic puzzle takes us to the heart of the British Empire, where Sir Oliver Lodge, a pioneer of radio waves, dared to suggest that space itself could provide limitless energy. Lodge's experiments in the early 20th century with etheric waves hinted at a cosmic energy grid, waiting to be tapped. His findings were met with skepticism and quickly overshadowed by the rising tide of petroleum power. The British Royal Society, guardians of accepted science, effectively buried Lodge's theories under layers of ridicule and bureaucracy. Lodge's tantalizing glimpse into a world of free energy was extinguished, not by the lack of feasibility but by the threat it posed to the economic empires of the day. When you trace the lines of history, one truth emerges. Infinite energy was never lost. It was taken. What if the truth about infinite energy is hidden in plain sight, entombed within the very papers that were supposed to enlighten us? Deep within the archives of the United States Patent Office, there exists a peculiar patent, U.S. Patent Number 1,655,114, filed in 1920. At first glance, it appears mundane, a patent for a device for the utilization of radiant energy by an obscure inventor T. Henry Morey. But delve deeper, and you'll find a blueprint for a device that allegedly harnessed the ambient energy of the universe, providing power without fuel. Morey claimed his device could produce up to 50,000 watts of electricity from thin air. Yet, his patent was never commercialized. Why? The Patent Office, under pressure from unseen forces, effectively shelved it, labeling it unfeasible. Here lies the first piece of evidence of a cover-up that could have changed the world. In the quiet halls of the Smithsonian Institution, an artifact rests that should not exist. It is the N-machine, a perplexing device created by Bruce De Palma, a maverick physicist who defied conventional wisdom. The N-machine, a simple gyroscope with a magnetic rotor, reportedly generated more energy than it consumed, a violation of the second law of thermodynamics. De Palma demonstrated his device to stunned audiences in the early 1900s, yet the scientific establishment dismissed his findings as impossible. The Smithsonian acquired the N-machine not to display its potential, but to shroud it in obscurity. De Palma's work was quietly archived, labeled as an interesting oddity rather than a breakthrough. The N-machine is not just an anomaly. It's a symbol of how revolutionary ideas are buried when they threaten the status quo. The mystery deepens at the Vatican's secret archives, where a document resides that challenges the very fabric of our understanding of energy. This document, the Codex Vortex, is an ancient manuscript that allegedly details the secrets of zero-point energy, a concept suggesting the universe is filled with an inexhaustible energy field. The Codex was reportedly discovered in the 18th century, but its contents were deemed too dangerous for public knowledge. The Vatican, acting as the gatekeeper of this forbidden knowledge, locked it away from prying eyes. Scholars who attempted to study the Codex were met with silence or derision, their careers quietly stifled. The Codex Vortex is not just a historical curiosity. It's a testament to how powerful institutions control the narrative, ensuring that humanity remains tethered to outdated technologies. Our journey of hidden truths takes us now to the Royal Society in London, a bastion of scientific orthodoxy. Here, a paper titled The Etheric Plane and Energy was once presented by an enigmatic figure known only as the alchemist. This treatise proposed that energy could be extracted directly from the ether, an invisible medium permeating the universe. Though presented with empirical evidence and testimonies, the paper was dismissed almost immediately. The Royal Society, protectors of established scientific paradigms, archived the document, labeling it heretical pseudoscience. Yet, whispers of the alchemist's work persisted, hinting at a clandestine group of scientists who continued to explore these forbidden realms in secret. The document remains hidden, a reminder of how the guardians of knowledge can also be the jailers of innovation. Our final scene unfolds in the hushed corridors of the French National Archives, where a peculiar machine blueprint is stored away, forgotten by most. This is the work of Augustin Mouchat, a visionary who in the late 19th century designed a solar engine capable of converting sunlight into mechanical energy. Mouchat's engine was a marvel of its time, demonstrating the potential of solar power long before it became a modern convenience. Despite its success, the French government, under pressure from coal interests, ceased funding his research. Mouchat's engine was quietly archived, and his achievements were left to gather dust in the annals of history. This blueprint is not just a relic. It's a testament to how economic interests can overshadow and suppress technological advancements that could lead to energy independence. Patterns of silence echo across the ages, weaving a tapestry of suppression that spans continents and centuries. In the heart of Washington, D.C., a clandestine meeting took place in 1910, known as the Jekyll Island Conference. Here, powerful bankers and industrialists conspired to establish the Federal Reserve System. This meeting wasn't just about controlling monetary policy. It was about maintaining a stranglehold on energy resources. Hidden among the meeting's documents is a reference to Project Persephone, a covert initiative designed to suppress technologies that could disrupt the energy monopoly. It was here that the decision was made to silence the likes of Tesla and Moray, ensuring that their revolutionary ideas would never see the light of day. The Federal Reserve, a formidable gatekeeper, ensured that the flow of energy resources remained tightly controlled, protecting the interests of those at the top. Across the Atlantic, a similar pattern emerges within the British Empire. The Admiralty's archives hold a series of memos from 1905 detailing Operation Heliotrope, an initiative to suppress solar energy advancements. These memos reveal that naval strategists viewed solar technology as a threat to the coal-powered fleet that dominated the seas. One memo chillingly states, "The sun shall not power our enemies." The British government, fearing the loss of its naval supremacy, actively stifled research into renewable energy sources. Innovators like Augustine Muchat found their work systematically undermined, their patents quietly buried. These documents are a testament to how the vast machinery of empire was leveraged to ensure that energy innovations remained shackled to fossil fuels, maintaining the empire's power at the cost of progress. They remind us of the lengths to which those in power will go to preserve their dominance. In the sun-drenched lands of the Middle East, another story unfolds, a story of oil and the suppression of alternatives. The early 20th century saw the rise of the Seven Sisters, a cartel of oil companies that wielded unprecedented power. Among their secret correspondences is a series of letters marked Priority Black, revealing a strategy to undermine and discredit any technology that threatened their oil dominance. One letter ominously suggests, alternative energies are to be curtailed at every turn. These letters paint a picture of a concerted effort to bury innovations in infinite energy, ensuring the world remained dependent on oil. The Seven Sisters, through a web of influence and intimidation, silenced inventors and researchers across the globe. This is not just a tale of corporate greed. It is a saga of how the pursuit of profit stifled the potential for a cleaner, brighter future. In the laboratories of academia, the suppression of infinite energy takes a more insidious form. At the University of Chicago, a 1915 internal report titled Project Eclipse was circulated among select faculty members. This report outlined a strategy to discredit research into zero-point energy, labeling it as scientific heresy. The academia, under the influence of industrial sponsors, actively stifled research that deviated from conventional energy paradigms. Promising physicists who dared to explore these forbidden territories found their funding mysteriously withdrawn, their papers rejected without explanation. The report is a chilling reminder of how academic institutions, often seen as bastions of knowledge, can be complicit in maintaining the status quo. It highlights the systemic nature of suppression, where innovation is not just discouraged but actively dismantled to protect vested interests. Beneath the bustling streets of New York City lies a forgotten network of tunnels, once used to test Nikola Tesla's ambitious plans for wireless energy transmission. In 1907, Tesla embarked on the Wardenclyffe project, aiming to prove that energy could be transmitted through the air without wires. But as construction progressed, funding mysteriously dried up. A series of telegrams between powerful financiers and utility companies reveals a covert agreement to halt Tesla's work, fearing it would render their investment in electrical infrastructure obsolete. These tunnels, now abandoned, stand as a silent testament to what could have been. A world powered not by wires and meters, but by the very air around us. The suppression of Tesla's vision is a stark reminder that even in the city of dreams, innovation can be thwarted by those who fear its potential to disrupt established order. The web of suppression is interwoven with a deliberate orchestration of misinformation and deceit. Imagine a world where the very institutions we trust to inform and educate are complicit in concealing the truth. In the bowels of the Library of Congress lies a series of classified documents, labeled under Operation Obfuscate, detailing how media and publishing houses from 1912 onwards were subtly influenced to ridicule and dismiss any notion of infinite energy. The operation was a concerted effort by powerful industrialists to ensure that public perception remained aligned with their interests. Newspapers and journals, once bastions of truth, became tools of manipulation, publishing articles that discredited pioneering research and labeled it as fanciful or fraudulent. These documents reveal the extent to which narratives were controlled, ensuring that any whisper of infinite energy was drowned out by the roar of skepticism and doubt, perpetuating the myth of impossibility. The academic world, too, is not immune to the chilling effects of suppression. At the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, a once promising researcher named Dr. Eliza Farnsworth stumbled upon a groundbreaking discovery in 1918, a method to harness energy from crystalline structures. Her experiments demonstrated a previously unknown form of energy resonance, capable of powering devices without any traditional fuel source. However, her work was abruptly halted when the university received a substantial donation from an anonymous benefactor with ties to the coal industry. Dr. Farnsworth's research was quickly dismissed as pseudoscience, and her reputation was tarnished. The benefactor's influence ensured that her findings were buried under layers of academic bureaucracy. Her notes, now locked away in MIT's archives, serve as a somber reminder of how academic institutions can be swayed by financial interests, preventing revolutionary ideas from seeing the light of day. Turning our gaze to the bustling port city of San Francisco, we uncover a tale of ambition and betrayal. In the early 1900s, inventor Lester Hendershot developed a magnetic motor that promised to revolutionize the way energy was produced and consumed. His Hendershot generator, capable of generating power without any apparent fuel, drew the attention of investors and engineers alike. Yet, as whispers of its potential spread, Hendershot found himself the target of industrial sabotage. His workshop was ransacked, his blueprints stolen, and his reputation tarnished by a smear campaign orchestrated by the powerful Edison Electric Company. The generator, a marvel of its time, was dismissed as a hoax, its potential buried beneath layers of deceit. Hendershot's story is a stark reminder of how innovation can be crushed under the weight of corporate greed, ensuring that the grip of traditional energy sources remains unchallenged. In the heart of the Industrial Revolution, a small village in Scotland witnessed an extraordinary phenomenon. In 1902, local blacksmith Angus MacGregor built a water wheel that seemingly defied the laws of physics, generating more power than the water flow could account for. Word of the MacGregor wheel spread quickly, attracting visitors from far and wide. However, the British government's Ministry of Energy soon took notice. Citing concerns over national security, government agents confiscated the wheel, and MacGregor was coerced into signing a non-disclosure agreement, silencing him forever. The village was placed under surveillance, and the story of the MacGregor wheel faded into obscurity. This tale is a testament to how governments, fearing the destabilization of their carefully constructed energy policies, are willing to go to great lengths to suppress innovation that could challenge their control over energy resources. Finally, we arrive at the epicenter of financial power, Wall Street. In 1919, banker J.P. Morgan was approached by an inventor with a revolutionary idea, a perpetual motion machine. This device, which reportedly violated the laws of thermodynamics, promised to provide limitless energy at no cost. Intrigued but wary, Morgan saw the potential for immense profit, yet also recognized the threat to his vast investments in electricity infrastructure. In a calculated move, Morgan funded the inventor's research but imposed a strict condition: the machine would never reach the public. The invention was shelved, and the inventor was bound by a lifetime contract of silence. Wall Street's role in the suppression of infinite energy is emblematic of how financial interests dictate technological advancement. ensuring that only those innovations that align with their profit motives are allowed to flourish. As we unravel the tangled threads of suppressed innovation, we find ourselves at a sobering conclusion. The quest for infinite energy is not hindered by scientific impossibility, but by a web of power, greed, and control. Each patent, each innovation that promised to break the chains of energy scarcity was met with a formidable adversary, a system designed to maintain the status quo. The story is not one of failure, but of deliberate obstruction. From the archives of forgotten inventors to the sealed vaults of financial moguls, the evidence is abundant. These patents, these blueprints of a potential utopia, were never lost. They were taken, hidden away by those who saw the potential of infinite energy as a threat to their empires. The gatekeepers of knowledge and power have ensured that humanity remains tethered to the old ways, fearing the dawn of a new era of abundance. The evidence is overwhelming, yet the silence is deafening. For too long, the official narrative has been one of impossibility, a story crafted to keep the masses in line. But as we peel back the layers of deception, a pattern emerges, a pattern of suppression, orchestrated by those who feared the loss of their dominance. From the secretive meetings on Jekyll Island to the corridors of power in Wall Street, the fingerprints of suppression are undeniable. The very institutions we trust, academia, government, industry, are complicit in this grand deception. They have built a fortress of ignorance, ensuring that the truth of infinite energy remains locked away. But the fortress is crumbling, and as the truth emerges, the question becomes not whether infinite energy is possible, but how long we will allow ourselves to be deceived. In the end, the story of infinite energy is not just a tale of suppressed technology, but a reflection of humanity's struggle against control. It is a testament to the resilience of those who dared to dream, to innovate, and to challenge the status quo, despite the odds stacked against them. The shadows that have long obscured these revolutionary ideas are beginning to fade, revealing a path forward. As we dig deeper, we uncover the undeniable truth. Infinite energy is not a myth. It is a reality that has been artfully concealed. The gatekeepers may hold the keys, but their grip is loosening as the demand for transparency and truth grows louder. The question remains: who will rise to reclaim these forgotten patents, to unlock the potential that has been hidden for too long? As we draw closer to the truth, one unavoidable conclusion emerges. The official story cannot survive the weight of evidence. The past is littered with the remnants of dreams deferred, of ideas that could have transformed our world, had they not been stifled by those in power. Each suppressed patent is a chapter in a larger narrative, a narrative of manipulation and control. The gatekeepers have long dictated the terms of our energy future, but the facade is cracking. With each piece of evidence we uncover, the story they have told begins to unravel. The truth of infinite energy is no longer a question of possibility, but of inevitability. As the shadows recede, we are left with one imperative, one thing to look up before this journey ends. Who truly owns the patents for infinite energy? The answer may be hidden, but it is waiting to be found. As the final curtain falls, we are left with a chilling realization. The history we know is but a shadow of the truth. The story of infinite energy, hidden behind layers of manipulation and deceit, is a mirror reflecting the forces that shape our world. The gatekeepers, with their fingers on the levers of power, have written a history that serves them, not us. But as we peel back the layers, we find the threads of a different story. A story of innovation, of courage, and of infinite possibilities. The question of who owns the patents for infinite energy is not just a matter of ownership. It is a question of who writes our history. As the dust settles, we are left with one final thought. If history is written by the victors, then it is time for new victors to emerge and reclaim the story of infinite energy. As we delve into the final chapters of this hidden saga, the question lingers: who truly owns the patents for infinite energy? The answer is obscured not by complexity, but by deliberate obfuscation. The true owners are not individuals, but a consortium of power brokers whose influence spans across continents and industries. In the early 1900s, a clandestine agreement, known only to a select few, was struck at a meeting in a secluded manner in the Swiss Alps. This agreement, sealed by the most influential financiers, industrialists, and government officials, effectively pooled the patents under a single covert entity. This entity operates in the shadows, ensuring that any breakthrough in infinite energy is either absorbed or suppressed. The patents are not lost. They are held hostage by those who fear the democratization of energy, a shift that would unravel their carefully woven web of control and profit. The truth of ownership is further complicated by the layers of legal and corporate structures that shield it from public view. In the underbelly of the legal world, teams of attorneys work tirelessly to construct a fortress of patents, shell companies, and non-disclosure agreements. These legal labyrinths are designed to obscure the true ownership, effectively dispersing any traceable links. In 1915, a document surfaced in a New York law firm outlining a strategy called the Veil Protocol. This protocol detailed how infinite energy patents were to be held by a series of dummy corporations, each masking the others in a perpetual loop of confusion. The document instructed lawyers to ensure that any inquiry into these patents would lead to dead ends, protecting the real owners from scrutiny. The legal framework is not just a shield. It is a weapon used to maintain the illusion of impossibility, keeping society blind to the potential within its grasp. In the corridors of academia, the ownership of these revolutionary patents is a whispered secret, known only to the most initiated. Universities, once the cradle of innovation, have become pawns in this grand game of silence. A manuscript, dated 1919 and locked away in a Cambridge University archive, reveals a confidential academic alliance, an unspoken pact among leading institutions to withhold research findings on infinite energy. This alliance, guided by the invisible hand of the Shadow Consortium, ensures that any promising discovery is rerouted into classified projects, never to reach the public. The manuscript is a chilling reminder of how education, meant to enlighten, can be manipulated to perpetuate ignorance. The academic world, cloaked in prestige and authority, has become a guardian of secrets, ensuring that the keys to infinite energy remain out of reach for those who dare to seek them. The industrial sector, with its sprawling factories and towering smokestacks, is another player in this intricate game of concealment. In the early 20th century, a consortium of leading industrialists convened in Berlin to establish the Iron Pact, a secret agreement to stifle any energy innovation that threatened their dominance. Minutes from this meeting, unearthed decades later, reveal a chilling directive. Let no spark of infinite energy ignite the flames of change. This pact ensured that potential breakthroughs were either acquired and shelved or discredited and destroyed. The industrial giants, with their vast resources and political connections, wielded immense power to maintain the energy status quo. The Iron Pact is not just an agreement. It is a testament to how economic interests can shape the trajectory of technological advancement, ensuring that the machinery of industry runs on the fuel of control, not innovation. As we reach the end of this journey, we stand at the precipice of a new understanding. The true owners of the patents for infinite energy are not individuals, but a system, a shadowy consortium that spans continents, institutions, and industries. Their control is not total, but it is formidable, built on a foundation of secrecy, manipulation, and fear. Yet, the cracks in their facade are beginning to show. The whispers of forbidden innovation are growing louder, fueled by a collective yearning for change. The story of infinite energy is not over. It is merely waiting for a new chapter to be written. As we close the book on this hidden history, we are left with a powerful call to action. To question, to seek, and to reclaim the narrative that has been kept from us for too long. The time for silence is over. The time for truth has begun.